Here's 21 money-making websites which you can use to make some extra cash on the side. All of these websites need no money or any prior experience to get started. Now, although you may not become a millionaire with these websites, but you can definitely make enough to save up for a good trip with your friends or family. There are so many videos similar to this video on YouTube, but unlike them, I'm not going to give you 21 websites where all you have to do is survey. I decided to categorize these 21 websites into 7 money-making categories where each category will contain 3 websites. And just because you hit that like button just right now, there's going to be a bonus category with 3 more money-making websites. I'm waiting for you to like it. We all have this filmmaker within us that everywhere we go, we want to take good pictures, good videos, and then they just stay in our gallery and get forgotten. Well, what if I told you can actually use them to make some money on the side? As of 2022, there are more than 51 million YouTube channels out there, and the number of channels grew by 36% just last year. The first thing a YouTuber wants to add in their videos to make it look better is music, audio, and B-rolls. B-roll is simply an overlay video while I'm talking. So for example, me talking about pizza, and you can see pizza on the screen, that's a B-roll. Now the reason why we YouTubers add it because it makes the video a lot more engaging and it looks a lot better. I myself have a subscription with a platform where I can get copyright-free videos, audios, and images. Now making a video, I sometimes don't have enough time to get a certain type of B-roll, for example, a cat walking on the street. So I use a platform where I have a subscription where I can get copyright-free content of other people who have uploaded a video of a cat walking on the road, which I can simply download and use in my videos. And this is what you can do. There are plenty of websites out there which you can use to upload your videos and images, but the top 3 in my opinion is Storyblocks, Shutterstock, and FOAP. All you have to do is simply get on these websites, create an account, and then upload your video or images, and every time someone buys it, you will make a commission. And the best way to do this is actually first get on these websites and search for things which you cannot find. So for example, a walking cat. If you wrote a video of a walking cat on any of these platforms and you can't find anything, then simply go out there, try and find a cat which is walking, make a good video, and simply upload it. This is a method where you're more likely to make money as the video is not already out there and you're the only one. Now the big question most of you guys must have right now is, Jatz, but how much do these websites pay me? Shutterstock pays you anywhere from 10 cents to $6 per image, and $1.25 to $48 for every video. So the more you sell, the more money you'll make on Shutterstock. For FOAP, the cost for each photo is around $10, and they usually charge 50% commission. So in return, you'll get 50% commission, which is $5 per every photo. And the last one is Storyblocks, which pays you in a slightly different way. To explain it better, here's a quick diagram of how it works. So Storyblocks have a certain amount of subscribers, and every subscriber pays a certain amount of fee. From that fee, a certain amount is set aside for a pool, which is what is paid out to the people or to the sellers on Storyblocks who get the money through commission. So the more you sell on Storyblocks, the more money you'll make via the pool. Now in terms of effort and time required for this category is really low, because whenever you go out with your friends or family, you can literally take pictures of certain things and then simply come back home and upload it. However, if you want to take this more seriously, then obviously you're going to do some research of what videos are not on this platform, and then spend few hours in a week taking some good shots, good videos, good images, and then simply upload it. Website category number 69, transcribing. Website category number 2, transcribing. If you noticed a mistake I made just a few seconds ago, then you're a good listener, which also means you can be a good transcriber. It is really one of the easiest way to make money because all you'll be doing is converting audio into text. As I already mentioned, there's a huge rise in content creators, and whenever we make a video, we want our videos to be transcribed into text so that we can post as an article, as a blog, or even my YouTube captions, which you see right here if you have your captions enabled. This is something I paid for to be transcribed. Now the quickest way you can start making money as a transcriber is by signing up with Rev, Scribe, or Transcribe Me. Out of these 3 websites, Rev is the most popular one, so if you do sign up with Rev, you might just have to wait for a bit before they get back to you. Once you're signed up with any of these websites, they will send you jobs which you need to complete in order to get paid. Now as a beginner, you're not going to get the most or the biggest paying jobs because you're still learning, and your speed at you will complete jobs is going to be really slow, which is why as you become more experienced, you will get higher paying jobs. All 3 websites I have mentioned pay a similar amount, which is anywhere from 50 cents to $1 per video minute. Now there's one thing I would like to tell you about transcribing is that if you're transcribing a 30-minute video and you're getting paid $12, then don't think that if I do two 30-minute videos, that's 1 hour, and I can make $24. So you're making $24 per hour. It doesn't work like that, because one 30-minute video can take you probably around 2 hours, or according to this chart which you see on the screen, as a beginner it can take you up to 2 hours to do a 30-minute video. So technically, if you finish transcribing two 30-minute videos, it will take you 4 hours for $24. Yeah. But the great part is that as you become more experienced, the time which you're completing the jobs will decrease, and then your amount per hour will be different as you will be faster. Website category number 3, surveys. When I was in year 10, I didn't have a lot of money to spend, and that's why I was always looking for ways to make money, and that's when I came across surveys which pay you. At first, I thought they were a scam because every time I done a survey, I would just get disqualified and make nothing. But I didn't give up and I kept trying, and eventually I started to make some money. Now, it didn't make me enough to drop out and become the next millionaire or a billionaire, but it definitely helped me make some extra Amazon gift cards which I was able to spend on Amazon and buy stuff which I really wanted to. So if you're looking for something that can make you some extra cash which can pay your gym membership or your weekly groceries, then surveys is something which you can try out. The website I used to do my surveys was Swagbucks because they have so many ways you can make points, but the other two is Google Rewards and branded surveys. The process for all these three websites which I've just mentioned is pretty much similar. All you have to do is create an account, and then they will send you daily surveys, new daily surveys, which you can complete and make points. And get points. Every website roughly gives you $1 for every 100 points. In the start, you will definitely need to put a lot of effort to become good at surveys because you will get disqualified. But once you know how to do surveys, then you can spend 1 to 2 hours a day to reach that withdrawal limit. So then you can redeem your PayPal or Amazon voucher. Website category number 4, teaching English. If you're listening to this video, then I'm assuming you know English and you probably know how to speak English. And if so, you can make money by teaching others how to speak English. English is the most popular language in the whole world. And according to this news article from Global Newswire, this market is expected to be worth almost $70 billion by 2022. And it mentions how English language learning nowadays has become a necessity to sustain a competitive world. This clearly shows how much demand there is for people to learn English. The top 3 websites you can use to start teaching English is Cambly, Preply, and italki. Now, some of you might be saying, Jatz, but I don't have any qualifications to teach English. Well, the best part about these websites is that you need no experience or any qualifications in order to sign up. You can literally sign up right now, and once you have your account ready, you can start making money. On average, English teachers charge anywhere from $15 to $25, which is the amount you can set on your Preply or italki account. However, on Cambly, you earn on every minute you spend chatting. So if you spend 60 minutes chatting on Cambly, you will make $10.20. The most time-consuming part of this category is the application process when you sign up with either of these websites. It will take a while for your account to get open, but once it's open, then honestly it depends on how much time you want to spend, because the more time you will spend teaching, the more money you will make. If you're watching this video, then you probably have a mobile phone or a laptop where you're always browsing through different apps and websites, so you definitely know what makes a good app and what makes a bad website. This is why you can try out software testing. As we all know that new technology is always coming out, and before it goes live to the public, it has to be tested for any issues or any bugs. According to these stats, there are 250,000 new websites made every single day, and most of these websites needs to be tested before they actually go live to the public, and that's why software testing is going to be here for a long time. The top 3 websites which you can use to get started with software testing is Userlytics, Userfield, and Userbrain. The process for a software tester on all 3 websites is pretty much similar. Once you have your account ready, then you'll be given tasks such as go to the contact us page, and you have to record your screen and literally do that, and then you have to give any improvements they could make, or if you think it was fine, you basically have to give an honest review of how it is. Now, Userlytics pays you anywhere from $5 to $90 for every test successfully uploaded. Userbrain pays you $5 for every 5 to 20 minute test, and Userfield pays you from $3 to $30 per test. In my opinion, this is one of the easiest way to make money, because all you're doing is simply recording your screen and telling what's good and bad about a website or an app. So in terms of effort, I would say it's really minimal, but in terms of time, obviously, the longer the test, the more time you'll be spending. Category number 6, freelancing. We all have a unique set of skills, but we don't know how to monetize it. And this is where freelancing comes in. It allows you to find people who are willing to pay you for the skill which you have. It could be as simple as creating template designs or even video editing. It's literally any skill which you have. Also, freelancing is not going anywhere anytime soon, because we all know what happened in 2020. And due to that, businesses now prefer to outsource the work to freelancers rather than hiring new people and paying them, because there's always this fear that what if something happens and then they cannot afford to pay the employees. Another reason why it's always going to stay here is because of the rise in content creators. As content creators grow, the first thing they need to hire is a video editor, thumbnail editor, Instagram designers or stuff like that. Basically, that's why there's always going to be in need of freelancers for people like us. There are plenty of websites you can get started doing freelancing, but the top 3 which I prefer is Upwork, Fiverr, and Etsy. Now, some of you might be shocked to hear Etsy, because most people see Etsy as a website where you can sell handmade stuff, or you can sell templates, or you can sell basically real physical products. But the thing is that you can also post your services, which is your freelancing services. Now, the sign-up process for all these 3 websites is pretty similar. The difference is that on Fiverr, once you've created your account or your profile, you need to post gigs which you are offering. So for example, you post a gig on I can make thumbnails, or I can edit videos, or I can create this. And then whenever people look for those things, like let's say video editing, then your gig will come up and they can pay you for that. Whereas on Upwork, once you've created your profile and you've added all the kind of description and what your past experience is, this and that, then whenever people search for, let's say, a video editor, then your profile might come up and they can contact you for a job. And lastly, on Etsy, similar to Fiverr, you simply have to create your profile and then start posting jobs, or post basically a product which you want to offer, and that could be a service. You can sign up with all these 3 websites for free, but whenever you make a sale, they will charge you a fee on each sale. On Upwork, the percentage of fees which they charge actually decrease at the amount you make. So the more amount you make, the smaller the fees, which you can see on the screen. Fiverr charges a 20% fee on every sale you make, and Etsy charges you 6.5% on every sale, which is the lowest from the other 2 websites. Freelancing does require a lot of time in the start, because first you need to set up an account. Once you set up your account, you need to optimize your account by putting all the description, all the experience, all the skills, and then it's to get your first job. Because if you have no reviews and any past work, customers won't trust you easily. And that is why to get your first order, it can take you a while. And also, some jobs which you might get as a freelancer won't be like 1 day or 2 days. It could sometimes be 1 month or 2 months. So the jobs you take on will take a lot of time as well to complete, which is the reason why freelancing is a skill which can make you a lot of money, but definitely requires you to put in the work as well. You can definitely do this as a side thing along with your job, but it does require a lot more work compared to the other websites which I mentioned about. Before we move on to the next category, here's a word from our sponsor for today's video, Awesome. If you're looking to start an online business and you want to be safe in terms of your finances and taxes and accounting, then you need to check out Awesome. They're an e-commerce accounting company who will help with all your taxes, bookkeeping, and anything related to tax. And they have a very easy to use online platform where you can chat with your accountant as well as upload your invoices so they can take care of your bookkeeping. And the best part is that you can actually register your company via them for £1 and get 2 months worth of accounting for free. If you want to use this offer and get started today, then you can use the link in the description. Now let's move on with the video. Website category number 7, online teaching. If you're good at teaching but you're shy doing it face-to-face via online tutoring, then another way to make money is by creating an online course. As you can see, there's an increased number of students learning online, and it shows people are choosing to learn online rather than going to universities. And the main reason being is because uni fees are so high, so people are choosing to learn online, and that's why this market will always keep rising. A great example of a person who has done really well with online courses is Ali Abdul. He has multiple pre-recorded courses which you can simply buy and start learning directly from him. And you don't even need your own website to upload your course or bring any traffic, because you can use platforms like Skillshare, Udemy, or Teachable, where you can upload your course, and whenever someone purchases it, you get money. The process on all 3 websites is pretty much similar. All you have to do is create a high quality course, upload it, and then wait for it to be approved. Now, in terms of how you make money, for Udemy and Teachable, it's same. Whenever someone buys your course, you make money. Whereas on Skillshare, every time someone watches your video, you make money, as well as every time you refer someone to sign up to Skillshare, you also make money. With Udemy, if the person buying the course uses your unique discount code, then you make 97% of the actual sale. However, if it's an organic sale from the website, then you only make 37%. And on Teachable, depending on what plan you are basically going to be either paying 5% fee, or you're just going to be paying transaction fees. Now, the best thing about online teaching is that yes, in the start, it takes a lot of time, as you have to record the videos, make an account, upload it, get it approved. But once it's done, then you can sit back and simply make passive income, because there is no effort you're going to be putting in. Once it's uploaded, there is nothing more you're doing. Obviously, you can reply to the students, this and that. But other than that, you're basically sitting back and making money. Now, because you have liked the video, it's time for category 7.5, copywriting. Persuading customers to buy something is one of the most difficult skills to have. And if you're good at it, then copywriting is for you. If you go on Google and type in best freelancing jobs, then copywriting is the #1 job. Or let's take this Fiverr gig, for example, where this person is charging £590 for his basic plan. And he has got 81 reviews, which means if he's made around 81 orders on just the basic plan, then that is almost £50,000. Now, who wouldn't want to make an extra £50,000 on the side along with their job? It's a life-changing number, but by no means I'm saying it's easy. It takes time, effort, and dedication. And you should always know that there are new businesses being built every single year, and they will always need a copywriter in order to start producing more sales for them. There are many websites out there where you can promote your copywriting skills, but the top 3 reputable and the most well-known ones is Fiverr, Upwork, and People Per Hour. The process to make money on these websites is pretty much similar. On Fiverr and Upwork, I already mentioned above, and on People Per Hour, it's literally similar to Upwork, where you have to sign up and put in your skills. What are you good at? Do you have any past experience and stuff like that? And whenever people search for a certain skill, like copywriting in your case, then they will reach out to you for your service. And similar to Upwork, People Per Hour charge you depending on how much you make. So the more money you make, the less fees in percentage you will be paying. The amount of money you can make on these websites being a copywriter differs from a person to person, because there's a person who might be charging $10 per hour and there might be a person charging $50 per hour to do copywriting. So it really depends on how much you want to charge and how much work are you really getting. If you choose to sell with Fiverr, then you already know that they charge you 20% per sale, and Upwork and People Per Hour have a similar kind of system of fees they take. The more money you make on either of these platforms, the less fees in percentage they will charge you. In terms of effort to make money using this category, you will definitely need to spend a lot of time enhancing and polishing your skill, because copywriting is not an easy skill. You can definitely learn it, but it's definitely not easy. And once you learn it, then the time you will be spending will not be really too much, because it's a skill you have developed over time, and the more experienced you will be, the more quicker you will finish a job. But once you master this skill, it will be like a piece of cake. It actually tastes good. And by the way, when I went to get this cake, there were so many options, but I decided to stick with this one, and now I'm enjoying it. Now, similar to this, make sure you choose one category and stick to it in order to become successful at it. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to watch this video right here, and I'll see you there. Take care, have an amazing day, and